Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 73 and we're currently over here at xBcrafted space. As you can see, we are not starting things off with the Mumbo Jumbo today, which is a bit of a change. I have to say, it feels a little bit strange not being over in my little storage area or over in the new big storage area or anywhere else inside my base. And nope, not today. We are at the fabulous xBcrafted base. This place is amazing. Definitely one of my favourite bases on Hermitcraft. If you haven't seen this place before, then you are missing out. I'll put a link to xBcrafted's world tour down in the description because he recently did one where he flies around with the fancy camera studio mod, checking out all the sites that you can see, and it looks incredibly impressive. This base is huge. It is so very big. I'm going to do a little bit of a walk around a little bit while I talk about things because as you can see in my inventory, I am holding a book, and that means that xBcrafted has put in a request into the Redstone consultancy. Now, it's quite a simple one. Dearest Mumbo, I beg of you to help fix my villager sorting system and more details provided during estimate. That is all he has said. That is all he has put down in the book. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I would pop down to xBcrafted's base. We're going to give him a call. I'll get him in. He can chat to me about what he wants to do and all the things that I need to build. And it should be fairly interesting.
Alright guys, so we're here. We're here with the Mumbo. What's up, man?
How's it going? I'm finally over here.
Good.
I've managed to not lose myself in the base, thanks to you mostly, because I was following you around.
No, he did get lost. Don't let him fool you.
A small amount. I ended up in some form of rabbit farm, I think. Or a sheep farm, maybe. I can't remember, but yeah, I ended up elsewhere, sort of, for a little while. But I've managed to find my way back. This place is absolutely huge, so I suppose, you know, it's allowed. I'm allowed to get lost a little bit.
And this is just one wing of the base.
I know. It's crazy. What can I say? Your base is absolutely insane. That's all I can say. It's absolutely crazy. It's probably one of the biggest bases on Hermitcraft I've seen anyway.
Alright, so I think you're wondering why you're here, right?
A little bit. Yeah, a small amount, yeah.
I mean, you know, I gave little teasers in the book there you're holding in your hand. And
Indeed you did, yeah. I mean, it looks like it's going to have something to do with villagers and sorting.
Well, kind of sorting. A rough sorting.
Right.
Alright, so I have these guys here, which are incredibly loud.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I've turned down my game volume, so I can't actually hear these guys. So that's brilliant, because I can imagine they're making a lot of noise.
Yeah. So what happens is, you're familiar with the breeder. They float up into the ceiling, and then they come over by water, and they end up over here.
Right.
Where it's quiet.
Yes.
And so what I would like to be able to do is have them end up over here in minecarts, maybe?
Right.
That way, and then something else I would like is like the first guy that's like right here.
Yep.
I would like to be able to like maybe flip a lever if he's got good trades and have him go, you know, down that way.
Yep.
Because that's where my actual village is.
Right.
And then if he's got bad trades, I can send him to Happy Villager Island.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. So that's the idea.
Right. Yeah, that sounds doable. I'm not particularly brilliant at working with villagers, so this is going to be like a new project for me, which is actually quite exciting, okay? Because I've always wanted to do something like this, so finally I'm actually going to get a chance to do it.
Aha! I do have a challenge.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. I can imagine it is, and there's probably going to be some things that I don't think of that are really obvious, and they break my designs, most probably. So this is going to be one of those things that will take a couple iterations, I reckon. But
there are a couple restrictions. You can see I have these farms here. These are for trading, you know, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Get emeralds and...
That's fine. If there's one thing that I can do, is do redstone in small places. I think that's one of the things that I'm pretty good at. So we should be okay there, hopefully.
It's all open back here. Like, you can do all this back here.
Right, okay. Yeah, no, that's fine.
And then there is an ocean above us.
Oh. That could be painful. If anything happens...
It's like 5 blocks above right here.
That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, it looks like that's quite a lot of hill. All I'm thinking is that if water runs in, oh boy, I think you'll see me just leave the Hermitcraft server. I'll be unwhitelisted. I'll leave the Skype group chat and things, and I'll just be like, nope, I'm gone, done. But hopefully that doesn't happen.
We'll all be wondering what happened to Mumbo.
Yeah. And then you'll come down.
Quit.
Yeah, you'll come down and you'll just see like a stream of water with a few redstone items and things. You'll be like, oh, that's what happened.
All right. So speaking of supplies, I went ahead and I got a little something here.
Wow. Okay, that should be. Yeah, that should be. I mean, we've got a lot of redstone there. The prismarine blocks as well, which is cool. Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah,
Obviously, I come with my own supplies as well. Yeah.
Most of which, well, I figured it's a long trek, so
yeah.
I figured
well, yeah,
that'd be some work at least.
That should be perfect. I reckon I'll be able to. I'll probably need a few more comparators and repeaters and things like that, but other than that, that's absolutely fine. I can fire away with that one.
All the crafting components for everything is here, so.
Well, yeah, of course. So we should be absolutely fine. It should be perfect, and I'll be able to fire away. I'll be able to create this crazy redstone contraption that hopefully all works. I hope for your sake it definitely works.
Well, I will say one thing. It doesn't have to be pretty as long as it works.
Right, okay. I'll let you do the decorating and things. And then...
if it doesn't work, it has to be gorgeous.
Right, okay.
That's all I'm saying,
Yeah, I get you. I get you 100%. That sounds perfect.
Right, I'll let you crack on with that. I'm going to go that way.
Yep, and I'm going to go this way just to make it all dramatic and things. I don't think this goes very far, but we'll go our separate ways.
No, it doesn't. All right, man. I'll catch up with you, I guess, when you're done or something.
Of course. I'll see you then. Okay, everyone. So, I have been doing a bunch, and I mean a bunch of work in my redstone testing world here. It's been around about an hour and a half to 2 hours trying to work out exactly how villager mechanics work, because I'll be honest with you, I have never, ever worked with villagers ever. Not in survival. I have not worked on them in redstone contraptions, or at least as far as I remember. I've probably done some form of video on it at some point. But yeah, pretty much this is all brand spanking new to me, so I thought I would try my best to work everything out. And I have created a super overcomplicated system. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, okay? There is redstone everywhere. These are all pulse extenders and timing circuits and things like that. But I'll quickly show you how it all works. So this is our villager elevator, or the village elevator. And if we just chuck a few of these guys in, you will see they go up like this. Now these are going to be coming out of the breeder that xBcrafted already has. So they will be popping up like this. And as you can see, they are flowing up to the top and dropping down into this chamber right here. Now what we have to do is head over to this little section here. We have 2 buttons, and we're going to hit the keep button for the second, just because there is absolutely no villager there. So let's just send the minecart round. It will hopefully pick up a villager, drop him down into the chamber, and then we can just check his trade. So he does 20 wheat for an emerald, 17 potatoes for an emerald, 19 carrots. You know what? This guy seems pretty good. So we will hit this button here, and the machine will pick him up, drop him off, and put him down into this chamber there, then send the minecart back around and pick up another villager. So let's check out this guy's trades. Yeah, that's pretty good, but you know what? I'm going to show off the killing mechanic. So hit this button, lava is dispensed, the villager is killed, and then the minecart comes back around and grabs another villager. So that's how it's going to be working. That is the system. Hopefully that meets xBcrafted's specification. I haven't just messed up completely. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Now I feel like because I've spent such a long time on this redstone contraption, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this into an air world and then chuck it down in the description. So you can download this world, take a closer look at the mechanics that I've used. It's all a bit of a mess. I'm going to say that 100%. This is not a polished contraption in the slightest, but it does work, and it might help some of you out if you're working on contraptions similar to this one. So yeah, you can find a world download for this one down in the description. So here we are finally back in xBcrafted's base, and this is the chest of resources that xBcrafted has kindly given us, which is absolutely lovely. And this is where the contraption is going to be. So that is the village elevator that is over there, and they get taken up to the top. So the minecart will bypass that, travel all the way down here, and then the system, the main part of the system, will be over in this section. I will try my best to make this look okay, despite the fact that xBcrafted said that he doesn't mind. I want this to look alright, because xBcrafted's base is such a nice looking area, and I don't want to be ruining things. But we have to watch out, because of course we've got ocean above, and God knows what below. So I'm going to have to be careful here, but I guess the first thing that I'm going to have to do is start clearing out the area. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of progress has been made here. We've got the first building blocks in place. This is the important stuff, because this is the villager retrieval system, I guess you could say. So what we've done is, first off, I've cleared out this little area up here, and what we have in the central section, and I'm going to have to do something that most of you aren't going to like, but I'm going to have to break that sea lantern, don't worry. We're at xBcrafted's base. I'm sure there are plenty of sea lanterns everywhere, but this is where the villagers actually pop down. If we just pop up here, you can see we've got a water stream that comes across from the villager elevator type thing. They will travel across like this and land down on this little section here. And what I've done is I've created a little hole. So their feet are going to be exposed, but they're not going to be able to move. And what's essentially going to happen is the minecart is going to travel across like this, pick up one of the villagers, travel all the way along here, then drop down into this section. Now this is where the buttons are going to be. This is where you can either kill the villager or keep the villager. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start work on some of the redstone for this little section. And believe it or not, that will actually be a large quantity of the build already done. Step 1 of the redstone is done, and I do apologise, XB. The redstone is extremely ugly. I've actually managed to make it more messy the second time around building it, but it does appear to be working. So let me just chuck some items into this dispenser. What we're looking for is we're looking for 2 clicks. Okay, so when we hit the button, it should dispense once, and then we give it a little while, and it dispenses again. Now that means that the lava is going to be pushed out. It's going to stay there for a little while, and then it is going to be retracted, which means that our villagers should die. They will just burn to a crisp, and then the minecart will drop down into the bottom, be transported back around, and pick up another villager. That's how it's all going to be working, and I know I've explained that many times now, but I'm still trying to get it straight in my head. Now I have to go about trying to find some lava, and I have absolutely no idea how to navigate xBcrafted's base. Fairly certain I've managed to get lost again. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to return to my redstone, because xBcrafted's base is just... it's just huge! Where on earth am I meant to go here? So I've finally managed to navigate myself back into an area that I recognise. So let's just head over to the redstone contraption. I have placed the lava bucket inside that dispenser right there. So that is right there. And also, I have done all of the redstone wiring for the piston down at the bottom. And once again, it's a massive mess. Just look at this. I'm using all different types of blocks. It is all horrendously ugly. So hopefully, xBcrafted doesn't want to be looking at this too often, because otherwise, it's probably going to get a little bit ill. It really isn't very nice to look at. But anyway, it's all a big mess, but it seems to be working. So let's just head over here, hit this button. You can see we get ourselves some lava dispensed. That would kill the villager, and then, boom, there we go. The piston retracts. That would drop the minecart down, and it would travel off like this, and it would go back around, back into the villager collection area, pick up another villager, and do the same thing once again. So now what we have to do is we have to trigger that same thing again, but with the bottom button, and that will be all of the redstone wiring for this part done. Then we just have to do all the minecart tracks. So really, not particularly difficult. As far as I can tell, all of the redstone is now in place. All I've got to do now is I've got to test out this little mechanism here, which appears to be working. So that is our little loop, and then we just go around like this, drop down into the bottom section, and if I were to hop out of there and say keep, then that should drop the minecart down, and it will fall down there and then travel up like this, and it won't go around the loop, and instead will come back around and drop back down into the section. And then if we hit this button here, we will get lava, and then the lava will cut out, it will drop the minecart down, and we will have ourselves a working system. So there we go. That is it. That is how it's all meant to be working. Obviously, I can't really test it out with any villagers at the minute. I am a little bit concerned. Hang on. Where's the minecart gone? Is it back in position? Good. Woo! That scared me then. I thought that we had broken it. But yeah, it looks like it is all working, okay? As far as I can tell, everything is functional. Obviously, if there are any problems, then xBcrafted will definitely let me know pretty quickly. But it looks like, yeah, it's all come together quite nicely. So the final finishing touches have now gone in. These little signs just showcase what the 2 buttons do. So that should mean that everything is now done. I've covered up the hole, and I have to say, it doesn't actually look that bad. Despite the fact that xBcrafted said don't worry about the looks, I decided to stick with his little prismarine theme, and I highly doubt he's going to be keeping it this way just because it doesn't really match what's going on here, but I think it looks okay. So now, all I've got to do is show the finished product to xBcrafted and hope that he quite likes it. Alright everyone, I am currently here with xBcrafted.
Hello!
And we are over at the new contraption, and I'm going to try my best to explain to xBcrafted exactly how this thing works. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do, but it should be okay.
I'm sure you do fine. Come on now.
I'll give myself a little bit of credit. So what we'll do is we'll pop through this wall here. In fact, should I show you how it actually works before we look at the redstone? Do you reckon that's a good idea?
Sure. I mean, might as well, yeah.
Alright, well what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to imagine that there is in fact a villager here. Of course, there isn't a villager here.
I see a villager.
Right, okay, so for example, he is trading, say, 1 rotten flesh for 40 emeralds, right? You want to keep this guy.
Ooh.
So all you have to do is hit this button here. That is the keep button, and then it will drop the villager through, and the minecart should go round, although I did see a little bit of minecart movement there. Hopefully it's made it round, otherwise I'll be really upset. Yeah, so basically what would happen is the minecart would go round, it would drop off the villager, and then it will pick up another villager and drop him back off. Now this one is asking for 40 emeralds for 1 rotten flesh, which, yeah, that's not brilliant, is it? So what you do is you hit this button here, this is the kill button, the lava will be dispensed, and this little guy, yeah, he takes a turn for the worst, basically. He goes to Happy Villager Island, I think you said. So,
Happy Villager Island, yeah.
that's how it works. That is the system there, and it sounds really simple, and it looks quite simple from the outside.
I bet the redstone's a nightmare, isn't it?
Well, it doesn't help that it's a bit messy, okay? It's a little bit all over the place. There's things everywhere, and it's all a bit of a mess.
I think I can explain all of this.
Oh yeah. All right, well,
got this.
Try your best.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so that thing over there.
Yeah.
Is doing a thing with that thing there, and then it goes over to that thing there. Yeah,
you know what? Yeah, I think you're pretty much close enough.
Too technical. I was being too technical. So
it's gone way over my head. But yeah, as far as the redstone is concerned, there's not too much going on. I mean, when you hit the kill button, of course, this little circuit here, you see all these repeaters in this little circle. This is just to dispense the lava and then retract the lava. So that's that. And then down at the bottom here, we have what's known as a falling edge monostable circuit, which basically means that this piston retracts quickly at the end of the pulse, so that you get the lava, then the lava is retracted, and then the piston drops the minecart down. So that's that. And then the kill one, the keep one, is even simpler, because all that does is just fire this piston. So that's pretty much it. I just think I've made a bit of a mess of the redstone. I haven't done my usual mumbo jumbo compacting. I've just gone, well, it'll go everywhere, which I do apologize for, but it was the easiest way to do things.
I did tell you, like, it's all open back here, so use what you need.
And then of course we've got a few minecart loops and things, and as I explained to you a little bit before we started recording, we've triggered the tripwire. It doesn't matter, but yeah, and as I explained beforehand, all you have to do is just kick the villager out somewhere, and this is the little keep loop here. So when you keep the villager will go around like this, and then you kick them out off this loop, and then the minecart comes back around, picks up a villager from this little section here, brings them back to the beginning. So that's that. That is the entire system, all explained, I think. Probably not particularly brilliantly, as it's very early in the morning, but there we go.
It's all done and dusted, right?
Exactly, all done and dusted.
Nah, it's cool, man. I appreciate it. So what's the charge we're looking at here?
Oh, I hadn't even thought of a charge. I can't believe it. I was well, I tell you what, I quite like your prismarine and I quite like your sea lanterns. So I suppose I could take, maybe, I don't know where to drop down as well. I'll drop down down here. I could take maybe a stack of prismarine and a stack of sea lanterns. I know that's not much for someone like you, but that suits me, because I use plenty of them, okay? And I don't want to charge you too much.
I give that stuff away for free. That can't be.
All right. Well,
what I pay you with.
If you want to come up with a payment, because I have to say it's been a really fun experience working with village. This is something that I've never worked on before ever. So if anything, you're holding diamonds. 1. Okay. I was going to count them, and then it was only 1. 24. Blimey. Look at you, Mr. Moneybags over here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, thank you ever so much. It's been a really fun project to work on, and I've massively profited from the whole thing. So it's just hugely positive experience.
It's worth it. I'll be making some money off of these guys.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And if anything goes wrong, just let me know, and don't tell your viewers.
Like, no, man, that'd be like front page news.
Oh Lord.
All right, man. I really do appreciate it. Like, yeah, I just couldn't figure anything out on my own, and I figured if there was anybody that could.
Yeah. It was Tango. I'm joking.
Oh, so you got a guy you talk to? Huh?
No. I didn't actually. I have to say, I tried so hard. I worked for about 2.5 hours on my own to work this one out, just so that I could get it for myself, basically. Not to make you feel bad for keeping me for 2.5 hours, but I wanted to work it out for myself, you know, and try my best to learn how it all worked, because it's something that I've never really done before, and I'm really glad that I did, because it was a lot of fun, and it taught me a few things about Redstone which I didn't know. So this is what I mean. It's a cool Redstone project. It was good fun. Awesome.
All right.
So anyway, it has been nice talking to you, and thank you ever so much for the 24 diamonds and the awesome Redstone project.
Thank you for the saying.
No problem. So there we have it, ladies and gents. That rounds up today's episode on the Hermitcraft server. I hope that you enjoyed it. It's been a little bit different today. We're doing some projects outside of the mumbo jumbo, but I'm sure we will be returning back to the base in the very near future. But anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.